Hi students, today we will discuss about the circulation connected to the liver. As you know, the liver is the largest organ in our body and it is about 1.5 kg or 1500 grams, and it is about 2.5% of the total weight of the body. Usually, understanding and learning about the circulatory system which is connected to the liver is always a problematic issue for the students. To make it easy, let us step by step we will understand how to remember this and how to easily bifurcate all the parts from the liver and how they are connected to the liver. We will understand in this lecture. For understanding the circulation in liver, first, what you have to do is remember the arteries and veins which are connected. There are four names which you have to remember. First one is the portal vein. Remember the word portal vein. The second word, the second term which is going to be utilized here is mesenteric artery. Mesenteric artery. And the third word is hepatic artery. And the fourth one is the hepatic vein. So spend 1 to 2 minutes by remembering and mugging up this portal vein, mesenteric artery, hepatic artery and hepatic vein. These four arteries and veins are going to be utilized or connecting the other parts to the liver. If you remember these names, the liver circulation becomes very easy. To understand that, we have to understand the situation of the liver. As all the parts of the body, all the organic systems of the body on one side and liver is on the one side. As already described, it is on the right side in abdominal cavity. Let us make a diagram to understand. Suppose I am making a rough diagram to understand. If this is a rough diagram of heart, correct? This is just to understand. I am making just to understand the positioning of the liver and how it is connected to other parts. This is heart, and let's suppose that these are the lungs. Although heart is present in the left lungs cardiac notch, but we are making separate diagram of heart, then we are suggesting the lungs just above the heart, just to understand. Below this, let's call this is the stomach, which is lying over here and which is entering into the small intestine. Together we can say this is GIT, means gastrointestinal tract. Correct? Just to understand. And behind this stomach there is spleen which is present. Okay? And in between the duodenum and the stomach, pancreas, a leafy structure is present. Let's call it as pancreas. Now, let us understand the aorta, which is actually starting its journey from the left ventricle and then making a aortic arc coming down. Just to understand. And obvious, it is taking the oxygenated blood from the heart. So blood is having a lot of oxygen, so we call it as oxygenated blood. From this aorta, the splenic artery enters into the spleen and supply what? Supply the oxygen over here. Correct? And from here, another artery which is called mesenteric artery enters into the gastrointestinal tract. Here it splits up to many capillaries and supply this to the stomach and to the pancreas and also to the gastrointestinal tract, means the small intestinal part, through capillaries. So mesenteric is splitting up to many capillaries and then it is going into the stomach and pancreas and also surrounding the small intestine to supply the blood. Now where is liver situated? Liver is basically here. Liver is here. So away from all the parts but still connected through the So this is the situation of the liver on the right side of abdominal cavity. Now blood from this oxygenated blood in the spleen is coming from splenic artery, which is splitting from aorta, and this is the mesenteric artery which is also splitting from aorta entering into GIT. Okay, now oxygen is being supplied to these all parts. From all these parts, what is happening now? Another vein, many veins collectively come together and makes a single vein and enters into the liver. And this vein, why I'm saying vein, oxygen is already supplied, so this blood which is coming to the liver, is having lesser amount of oxygen, or we can say this is deoxygenated blood. This vein, the common vein which is coming from pancreas, which is coming from small intestine, coming from the stomach, all together make a common vein called as portal vein. So portal vein, first one, actually is coming from the stomach, pancreas and the small intestine entering into the liver. So this blood is having lesser amount of oxygen. Now then how come the oxygen is being supplied to the liver? This blood which is coming from the portal vein is having lesser blood. The answer is another artery which is coming, which is splitting from the aorta, is entering into the liver, is also entering into the liver. This is providing oxygenated blood, and this is called a hepatic artery. Hepatic artery. So this way the blood, oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood is supplying into the liver. So second one we have understood the portal vein, one we have understood the mesenteric vein, which is coming, which is splitting from the aorta and entering into the stomach, pancreas and the small intestine. Then hepatic artery is also splitting from the liver, from the aorta and entering into the liver. Now the blood which is being utilized, by the liver actually is coming out from the liver, from the hepatic vein. Now this diagram will make you understand how circulation from other organs is connected to the liver. I hope it is clear. So one thing more which we have to understand, the blood actually from the stomach, pancreas and small intestine is entering into the liver. Why it is entering? Spleen is the place where dead RBCs are being regenerated, means they are being split or destroyed. Now these debris of RBCs are actually entering into the liver so that the debris can be emulsified. Secondly, if any bacteria or toxin which are entering from stomach, pancreas and spleen, these are also being detoxified by the blood by the liver, and clean blood is then passed again back into the common circulatory system. So this way we can understand the circulation which is connected from stomach, small intestine, pancreas, spleen and entering into the liver. So detoxification is the major function of the liver. I hope you must have understood easily the circulation which is connected to the liver and other parts. Thank you very much.